Oh yeah, best team gonna be in.
So, but look what they did though. You have dissolved the Pac-12. There's only 2 teams left in the Pac-12.
Yeah.
So nobody is fighting for the Pac-12.
It's only 2 conferences now. You know.
Exactly. So look. When you look at the Big 12, the 2 most dominant teams over there is who?
Michigan and Ohio?
No.
Say Big 12?
The Big 12. The 2 most dominant teams in the Big 12 is Oklahoma and Texas. Guess what they're doing?
The SEC.
Yeah.
So next year they be in the SEC, right? So nobody is fighting for the Big 12 because you don't have any representation.
Right.
So
right?
now what you're saying now is
Texas A&M was over there too.
It's gonna be like
Texas A&M was over there. Missouri was over there. Those teams was middle of the road teams over there.
And
What
now what it's gonna be like? It's gonna be like the AFC and the NFC.
But look,
That's how it's gonna be.
but look at what they did though. What they did was they positioned, like I said, it's chess. It ain't checkers, right? They positioned themselves. When you look at the playoff, the committee, the teams that they put on the board, they showed you that regardless what they thinking is, okay, we put Alabama in there and we got a Texas team in there. If Texas was to beat Alabama again, guess what? It's still a win for the SEC.
Yeah.
Because they're coming to the SEC. So it's still, the SEC the most dominant conference. You know what I'm saying? You put Alabama in there, you think Alabama can beat anybody in there. But if they slip up and lose, guess what?
Still in the SEC.
And guess what on the other side? Guess what? Washington now is representing the Big Ten. So if Washington go out there,
It's a win-win situation.
it's a win-win for the 2 power conferences.
But dig this here though, bro. I get what you're saying as far as the chess thing goes. Now I believe that. First of all, I've always said that NCAA football in particular is one of the most corrupt sports next to boxing. Anybody disagree with that?
Yeah, I disagree with it.
You disagree with that? Why is that?
Yeah. It depends on whether you're talking about, football, like
I'm
college
talking about football, yeah.
Let me finish. It depends on whether you're talking about college football, 20, 25 years ago, or whether you're talking about college football right now.
Right now.
Yes, college football right now is like a boxing match. You don't want to see, like this fighter versus that fighter. That won't be interesting. So even though one fighter may be next in line to fight for the belt,
Right.
sorry, it won't be
everybody
everybody don't want to see that there.
Yeah.
We want to see a more interesting fight, and so now that's where the money and politics are coming into college football. But I remember when college football used to be for the love of the game.
Amen.
Okay, that's
Oh,
how
yeah.
it used to be.
Mhm.
Wasn't no NIL.
Yeah.
Well, none of that. You got a little money, you got a little lunch money. They coach left it up under that old oak tree down there. You go down there and get it. One of the boots left it. That's the way that was. But
Right.
now, it's a situation, where, college football has been tainted. Even this championship, and I'll tell you this right here before I walk out the door. Even this tainted, this championship, whoever wins is gonna have an asterisk by it.
It should be. And they
It's
should
gonna
be
have an
glad for it.
asterisk by it. Y'all won that championship when they kicked Florida State out. Cause they said Florida State, didn't have their quarterback.
I've been telling Byron and everybody else that come here for a minute. Have I been saying this or not, Byron? You finna see a time when there's gonna be nothing but an SEC schedule. They ain't gonna play no out of conference games until championship time.
Yeah. But I got one question for you right now, and I heard it said on the talk show, like yesterday morning. Count how many times you hear Florida State be mentioned by those sports announcers, when the game is going on, the playoff game is going on. ESPN was not going to allow any of those announcers to bring up the subject about Florida State being worthy. They ain't going to even talk about it.
They don't want you to question their decision
They
making.
don't even want
They
to.
want it under the rug. Yeah.
They ain't gonna
Do
be
away with
talking about.
next subject. Yeah.
That's right. They're going to talk about it. They're
But
going to
I
talk
have been
about
saying to
those
Byron
guys.
all year, and y'all thought I was wrong. I said, look, it's gonna come down to your strength of schedule. And Byron like, I don't see how you gonna get left out. I said, bro, y'all got a problem. Had I not been saying that, Byron, y'all got a problem. The second game of the season, I said, y'all finna have a problem. I said, Florida's not as good. Clemson's not as good. Miami's not as good. I said, you finna have a problem. You gonna have to blow everybody out.
Yeah. Now let the pastor just blow this whole thing into proportion. Florida State is in the same position as black folk in America right now. You can be qualified, but you don't get the job. And somebody else get it over you, and you qualify for the job. And that's the same way Florida State.
With you saying that,
Huh?
with that being said, I hate to cut you off.
Yeah, you good.
You know what Seminole mean? Seminole in?
Tell us.
Runaway slave.
There it is. There it is. Y'all be these guys.
That's up.
You too, good brother.
Yeah, that's what they were.
Byron, I know you said it's chess, but shouldn't it be checkers, bro?
No.
Why should it be checkers? I do it if the rules are the rules.
When it generates billions of dollars every weekend, you can't shake your head.
That's corruption. That's
can't-
corruption.
That's what
Anything that is based around money is corrupt.
I ain't gonna disagree with you on that, but that's corruption. So I'm saying it should be.
Look. Bro, absolute
I'm saying
absolute
that
power.
should be.
Absolute power does what? Corrupts absolute.
There you go. I said it should be checkers. It should be if I do what I'm supposed to do. If I do what I'm supposed to do.
And that's what get me when we say what should be when we not the rule makers.
So
These-
the
these-
so the CFP is just above accountability.
Who's gonna check them?
That's exactly what I'm asking.
Yeah, who's gonna check them?
So they are above accountability. Is
Who police
whatever
the,
we say is what we say.
Who police the police?
Well, they got checks and balances for that, then.
So who have checks and balances for the NCAA?
That's a good question.
Do you know? Can you put a face to the NCAA?
You cannot.
I mean, as long as we've been watching sports, have you ever seen like a group of people where you say, "Hell, we know who Bill Gates is, we know who Warren Buffett is, we know who all the big money boys is."
Mm-hmm.
Right? When you say the richest man in the world, you can put a face to that person.
Absolutely.
You can't put a face to the NCAA.
Yeah. Who do you hold accountable?
And then I'm talking about probably the most powerful organization in the country, at least. If not,
sports organization.
hell, what run? Sports make more money than probably any other source of entertainment. Though.
Right. I agree
You know
with
what I'm
that.
saying?
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at the money that's generated from football alone, we ain't talking about basketball, just football.
That's what I was thinking. Somebody need to be held accountable, man. You just can't make a decision like this and just, hey, look at Nick Sutton. Stop talking about it. Shut up.
Hey, you get used to it.
Get used to it.
Get
What
used
we say go.
Yeah, pretty much.
So they are above accountability.
We made the rules, we changed the rules, we want what we want. It is what it is. It's not, I mean, you're gonna get used to it. I mean, you don't like it, but there's nothing you can do about it. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't the first time, it won't be the last.
But Nick Saban been crying up, been trying to tell y'all about this for the last 10, 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, but Nick,
What Nick was talking about?
Nick's whole position is like, okay, the fact that gambling has a lot to do with it. I'm not gonna blow a team out. I'm gonna show the other team some dignity, and I'm gonna let you walk out of here. I'm not gonna try to run up the score because they want us to beat you by 35 points.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares about what's going on? The rule makers in college football.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna run this team how I deem fit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let you dictate how I'm supposed to beat somebody, how I'm supposed to play next week. No, if I want to sit my quarterback out, I'm gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
He's been trying to tell y'all.
Right.
And now that all the money has been involved or is involved now, you can't control it. Only thing they can do now is put a cap on it. How much a dude can make yearly. And what that sound like to you? The NFL don't.
Yeah. I mean, but man, let me tell you something. It's corruption, and somebody need to be held accountable, bro. Somebody need to be brought and brought out. Get in front of this microphone,
it's
stand
funny
on this
that you-
podium,
it's funny
and,
that you say
and
that.
tell us
It's funny that you
what the
say
hell
that.
happened.
It's funny that you say that, but do you know how much? I don't know. I think it's like, I could be wrong, but I'm gonna look it up again. I think a college coach is only paid what, $250,000, maybe $300,000 from the school.
Okay.
The rest of their money is being paid by who?
Tell me.
Boosters.
Okay.
So really, the school can back out of it and be like, I know what I'm paying them. Now all this other money, that's corruption at its finest. When anybody can just send some money and say, hey, we're gonna pay this coach X amount of dollars. It's been corrupt.
How can you let a system like that continue though, bro? If you know it's corrupt.
No matter how much you try to stop it, people gonna watch football.
I understand that, and I know that they understand that. And I think they use that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But there has to be some type of accountability, man. And like I say, that's the reason I like college football, but I don't love college football. You know what I mean? Because I understand that, hey, look here, man, this is a very, very corrupt sport.
I think all college sports corrupt.
Well, you know, I watch football more than any other ones. I don't watch a lot of college basketball, stuff like that, but I know college football is a very corrupt sport.
Yeah, come on, man.
I'm glad they done start paying the players because they deserve that. You know, all the billions of dollars that they've made over the years off of these players, and some of these players couldn't even afford to go home for Christmas time.
Yeah.
So now that they getting paid, I think that's a wonderful thing, right? Like Byron was saying, it is chess. It is chess, but it should be check. Why? Because there should be some type of standard that you cannot deviate from, and I think that'll help the whole thing.
I think that's what has hindered it, as long as it had, from these players getting paid.
Oh, so you don't think the players should get paid?
No. I think that's what has hindered the players from, because what you just said,
Okay,
was stopping the players from getting paid. Whereas in the inception of the game, where anybody was getting paid, the people that should have been getting paid is the people that's out there playing the game.
Okay, yeah.
From the inception of the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. I'm like, to your point when you were saying when you were backing up.
Okay. About it should be checkers instead of chess. There should be some type of rules that you can't deviate from.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There
should be some level of accountability.
That's what held the players back from getting paid for so many years. That accountability. Like saying, okay, I'm giving you a scholarship.
Okay.
Since I gave you a scholarship, I give you these shorts, these long pants, these workout clothes.
Yeah.
I give you man, how you gonna tell me a man that's 350 pounds supposed to eat a meal this big, breakfast, lunch, and dinner? And that's it.
Okay.
Now you know you got a campus that's 250 feet, 250 yards apart classes. Mm-hmm. Now I got to get out of this class and go to that class.
Yeah.
And I'm 350 pounds.
Okay. All right.
No, I'm just saying, like, bro, like, that's all they were giving them. Like, you saying the education, but you making billions of dollars off of me.
Yeah, I get all of that, bro. But I don't want to get too far away from the point of accountability. That's what I'm talking about. Somebody needs to be held accountable. They can make a monumental decision right now to say, hey, look here, man, we got it wrong. We got it wrong.
Say that again, Byron.
You don't think they got it wrong?
No,
now, this is a Florida State fan. You don't think they got it wrong?
Yeah, I'm saying as a Florida State fan, yeah. But I'm saying as the guys who's controlling the outcome of who gets in, no, they didn't get it wrong. Because the teams that they had vested in the whole situation, it's perfect for what they wanted.
I understand what you're saying now.
Yeah.
They didn't get it wrong for themselves.
Basically, this is it. The people that's representing, in my opinion, the people that's representing the playoff committee, it's like if you in the room with Bill Gates and Warren Buffett, and you got Mike from Mike's Beer Barn and the guy who owns the Barbershop.
Okay.
Right? who's gonna have the bigger voice in the room?
Yeah.
Bill Gates and Warren Buffett.
Okay.
Right? Even though you coming in the room, you got a little bit of power and a little bit of,
Yeah, I got a small business.
You got a small business and, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying, you got a little voice.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Your voice ain't really going to be heard. When it comes to the real big decision making, they going to look at the big boys in the room.
Mm-hmm.
The big boys in the room is the guys that's representing the SEC and the Big Ten.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you over here getting crumbs out of this whole game. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You happy to get, your little, we got a chance to, to have our name, mentioned right. with you all.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We did good to go, man. We undefeated, man. We think we can compete. Nah, y'all really can't compete. This it's really not a game for y'all. So you doing good though. Maybe if you keep doing what you're doing, maybe we'll recognize you at some point.
Keep up the good work.
But right now is not the time. Right now is not the time. So when you look at how this thing is structured, they put this whole thing together to make everybody believe that everybody has a chance. But when you look at the structure of it, like you say, you had five conferences what they call the Power Five, but there was only 4 that could get in. So that was letting you know right then that it was flawed, because if it was 5 winners, it wasn't fair. So who was gonna get left out? It's always gonna be set up for the big boys at the top to be able to eat more than the little dudes at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's always set up where you always hear, you would never let a one-loss SEC team, not play over another conference that has a undefeated record. But listen, now they always set it up. You can go back and look at it. They're gonna always set it up every year where they're gonna kind of put the SEC in position for them to do good. Your preseason rankings, you're gonna always have these teams. A lot of these teams that's in the SEC are gonna be ranked wherever out of thin air. You're gonna rank these teams, position wise, where you can feed off another team. Where Alabama got to play this team, where LSU got to play this team. All of these teams that you feel like that can benefit from this power conference that you have put together, you can benefit from playing these ranked teams. Now the other teams, on the other hand, they're not gonna benefit from your ranking because I don't even play them.
Right.
So you can easily say, well, your strength of schedule is not strong. Well, how's my strength of schedule get strong? You made the rankings.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You made the rankings. You put the number on these teams before the season even started. You know what I'm saying?
That's absolute corruption.
How can I benefit from them having 5 teams in their conference that are ranked? I don't get a chance to play them.
Mm-hmm.
You put the rankings on them, right? And then when I do play them, then when you say, well, you only play them, you only played one of them out the season, so that don't really count. I mean, how do I win?
When life switch to sports mode, hold it in the road. When you get so mad you can explode, hold it in the road. Bro, just stay focused on your goal. Don't let them crack the mold. The finish line straight ahead, bro. Hold it in the road. When life switch to sports mode, hold it in the road. When you get so mad you can explode, hold it in the road. Bro, just stay focused on your goal. Don't let them crack the mold. The finish line straight ahead, bro. Hold it in the road. Bullets with a badge, I never get a pass. We can see straight through your mask. You made a glass, homie. Just think before you do the dash.